Modelo Guinness.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Dean Callan Show. I'm not even able to tell if I'm live at the moment, but we threw this show together, myself and Freddy May, at the very, very last of minutes. So I know it's a really stupid thing to say. If you can hear me, let me know. But I've said it now, so we're just gonna have to run with that. Are you having a Guinness, Freddy?
Is that right?
Yeah,
you want to
that's
swap?
all right. Did you want a glass?
I'm good with a can because we've been building stuff. So
Yeah, all right.
I feel like.
So,
Cheers.
cheers, Slotcha. Right. Oh wait, what have I done? I haven't even. So, on today's episode, I've got a very special guest who's actually in the cabin because we were just outside the cabin building stuff for an event we're going to be doing very soon. So, without any further ado, I'd like to welcome Freddy May into the show, and then we check that out. So, in case you're interested, I didn't even set it up right, but basically, maybe I could change it on mine. Nope. No. It doesn't look like we're going to be able to show you. The sound works, but it's pitchy as hell. Oh man, I knew there was going to be an issue. You sound like you're on helium. Damn it, it sounded great before. Oh, okay. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut to Mitch's minute, which will give me a minute to hopefully get the sound back on, right? So, here's Mitch's minute.
So, I've slept through so many Monday mornings that Dean didn't need me a subject for today, which is sad and hilarious at the same time. So, I guess I'll take this opportunity to talk about the first time Dean and I went to Scotland and he had booked a fancy sports car. And then when we got there, they wanted to give us, we flew into Aberdeen, they wanted to give us a square on legs on wheels, and he was pissed about it. And so he went and made a scene, and then we unpacked and we got a car, and then we drove up to Glenfiddich. And sitting there, and when he went to pay, he was like, "Fuck, my wallet's in the other car." Drive back to Aberdeen that night, and then back to Dufferin again. 3-4 hour drives, and we missed Brazil getting spanked by the Germans in the World Cup. It was pretty good.
All right. Now, which one's which? That one going down a little bit. Freddy, do you want to say something like, "Good day, mate.
Yeah,
my
good day,
name
mate,
is
in my
Freddy May."
Beautiful Australian accent.
All right. So, guys, let us know if the audio sounds okay now. But they said it's hilarious on the last audio. So, you know, I think there might be like
You sounded like pre-pubescent.
all right, so we're back. I hope it sounds normal. Now, I've got this as a backup source for audio, and it's got 6 different channels on it. But for anyone that's interested, I don't use this audio because you're supposed to have a professional monitoring the channel so that it will sync up with the sound. And I've always feared that my speech would get away from the sound, and because I'm solo, I can't be sitting there playing with the fucking nozzles, right? So if we start to like stray, let us know. Not that I'm going to do anything, because I'm not walking over there. There's a huge big, like, Freddy can see it, right? Back me up here. Like, the monitor where all the audio channels are is like quite a distance, and there's a whole bunch of screens. Yeah. Anyway, as people start getting invited here, they'll start to see what goes on behind the scenes and what doesn't happen in front of the scenes, like
Behind the scenes,
preparing.
It's like
It's messy.
was it in the movie where in like Alien when the android gets all messed up and all his pipes and wires and stuff
Yep.
hang out? That's like
That's what it looks like. It looks like a messed up android in here. Right, so Freddy, how are you, man?
Oh, good. Yeah.
It's like, I don't know how it's gonna look. Me looking that way and you looking this way. Are we looking in the same direction?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that works.
Freddy, dude, how are you, man? So for those of you that are wondering what is going on this episode, and what is that light? I don't like that light being quite like that. Right. For those of you that are wondering what the hell is going on with this episode, basically, today myself and Freddy decided to go to a place to buy wood and buy all the wood that we would need to build a shed that Freddy designed. Now, this is off the back of us. We were going to buy an eco toilet for a party we're having in the woods, right?
It's the toilet's still on the way. Yeah.
Oh, the toilet's on the way, the
Well,
eco toilet.
Yeah, but we just didn't have anything to put it in. That was the problem.
No, I mean, we were going to buy a finished,
like a finished product.
like someone that comes and
Yeah.
builds it. But basically, the lead time on everything in COVID is like ridiculous. But buying a garden shed from a place that you could normally go and pick up a garden shed like that day, or you'd get next day delivery anywhere in the M25, is now like 18 weeks. 18 weeks. From one day to 18 weeks. That's how many people. And when you get through to them on the phone, they're pissed off about you getting through to them because I would call them, 12 times. And they're all like, mate, it's really busy with sheds at the moment. You can't just order a shed. You can't just turn up. There's an 18-week wait. And it's like, well, how am I supposed to know everyone in the country is buying a shed, right? Meanwhile, it's so far taken us half a day to get the materials. And
Well, it's not just sheds that are in demand.
everything's in demand, right? So, but check this out, right? So he doesn't say much in this video, but I top secretly caught Freddy standing outside the like wood choppy place, chatting to the guy, and he knows the names of all the like sizes of wood. He had like the different widths and lengths worked out, and he's having proper like builder banter with a very rugged builder, man. It was so good. So this is Freddy being like, basically every time I go to build something, I'm like, can I get some bits of wood that are like maybe a bit bigger than this, but like almost the length of the car, and then like I just wing it, you know, I just cut stuff up randomly, don't measure stuff, which is why if you ever come to the cabin, it's a bit wonky. But Freddy nailed it. Freddy was killer today. Like, watch this. This is him chilling outside after ordering all this stuff. Right, so it doesn't look like much, but it was a gorgeous day to be out buying wood, literally. Like, it was like it couldn't have been a better day.
Yeah. So you say getting wood more.
We should do this more often. I feel like we've achieved some stuff. But wait, let me show you. This is us like cutting wood, right? All right, so that was us chopping some stuff up, right? And before you say anything, like I have been cutting wood and for my whole life, so I'm already deaf in one ear. I realized just now as I watched the beginning of that, my wife, if she is watching, hopefully she's not, will be like, why weren't you wearing ear protection and eye protection and hand protection? But you know, like that is a precision machine, and was it hard? It's not hardwood, so I mean, if the wood's not hard, I don't feel that you need protection. You only really need protection if you've got hard wood, okay? So for all the kids thinking about building a shed, or you know, you only need protection really if the wood is hard. Okay, if it's soft wood, no need for protection. I'm just getting that out there. I started that.
It could still be quite dangerous.
Yeah.
Some softwood is hard.
So and here's us putting the wood together. This is us like literally screwing the wood into place. Right, so there's no wood chip smoke cocktail. I just realized, like, I put the smoking gun away this morning as well. Like, I was clearing out bits. But look, Freddie, you're the global brand ambassador for this amazing stuff right here, right?
Yes, that is correct.
Now, have you been traveling much of late? Like,
I managed to squeeze in a trip to South America just before COVID hit.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Awesome. Yeah, went all the way through like Colombia, Chile, all the way down to Patagonia. It was like just super duper.
Nice.
Yeah, really awesome trip. And then got back and all hell broke loose in the world. The hell wasn't breaking loose in the world anyway.
I got a random question for you. Like, you like coffee, right?
Yeah.
How was the coffee in Colombia?
So the weird thing is that you have to really search for good coffee joints because
good coffee places.
Yeah, drink coffee, because most of the coffee is exported, and now it's only just coming around to having like cool like coffee places that serve you. Like the thing with Colombian coffee is it's like got a sour taste to it. It's more like lightly roasted. It's got like an acidity, and so the one good place that I was taken to, I had coffee made for me there. It was more like a strong tea. It was pretty interesting.
Really?
Yeah, it's like really strong tea rather than coffee.
Yeah, because coffee, like, I remember we used to drink, like back in the day at Tails, we did the cold brew Lavardier, which went down an absolute treat. And you were into coffee, so you were like drinking loads of that sort of stuff, right?
Well, I wouldn't say I know anything about coffee, but I'm into drinking it.
Right, so what would you drink with this?
Actually, but
I also, I thought I'd give you a heads up. We try to educate people a little bit on this show, right? So we can drink basic stuff, that's not a problem. But then you have to explain what this is for people that have never drunk Drambuie or don't know.
Heads up, but I should know what it is by
now. Yeah, being the global brand ambassador, yeah. Right, so what would you drink right now? Like I know we've got our beers, but I think we could have one small
there's
drink.
Actually a bunch of coffee drinks I'm really interested in with Drambuie. One of them that I put on the website was something that one of our guys from Spain actually came up with for us, and it's basically a Drambuie Cafe Tonic, or Drambuie Cafe con Tonica is much better how he said it. But it's Drambuie highball tonic water, and then you take an espresso or some cold brew coffee, and then you float it on top.
If I don't have espresso in here, can I put like an espresso liqueur or coffee liqueur?
Let's give it a go. It'll be a little bit sweet, so I need to do like 1 measure of Drambuie, and then 1 measure of coffee liqueur.
Okay. So I've got a coffee liqueur that's actually bittersweet, and it's from Scotland.
Europe. S-H-I-T-ing me.
No.
What?
It's a Scottish coffee Amaro.
Well,
right? I mean, look at that. We're keeping it in the family. All we need is a Scottish tonic. Like, I guess, Fever Tree, right? Has Craig Harper.
Yeah.
He's English, and they conquered Scotland once upon a time.
Well, no, Craig used to work in Scotland. Let's
he used to work in Scotland.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, we've got it all figured out. Right.
He used to be a bouncer in a bar.
He was a bouncer?
Yeah, but he won't tell anyone that. That's his dirty secret.
Oh.
So now we're telling everyone on DCS.
So he wasn't the bartender, he was the bouncer.
Well, he was the bartender.
Oh man, I would not mess with him, man.
No one would.
I'll tell you that much.
Glad he's not here. Now we're giving away secrets. Yeah, so this sounds really awesome. I've never heard of this stuff before. Hold on a minute, I'm not going to talk about this liqueur.
Look, man, I think, look, oh no. So yours has apparently gone quite quiet. Have a look at it. So actually, yeah, let me have a look. I can turn you up and then say stuff like Barack Obama.
Barack Obama, Kranakan.
Yeah, that
Barack
looks.
Obama.
Say Barack Obama one more time.
Barack Obama.
All right. Barack Obama, Barack Obama, Barack Obama, Barack Obama. You do it?
Trump.
You do it?
Fuck
Say
Trump.
it one more time.
Fuck Trump.
Yeah. Freddie needs his outside voice. We'll keep it as it is. Okay. It doesn't help, but you know what? At the moment, no one pays me. I'm not monetizing anything. So I mean, like, if I was being sponsored, well, apart from by this video is largely thanks to Ice Studio London, who give me ice, and you know what? I am forever thankful to them because the ice is amazing. But I think Carlos is okay with me saying stuff like fuck and promoting whatever I want.
You're not sponsored.
But he doesn't like they don't pay me money as such. But I mean, as far as I'm concerned, time is money, and these guys are saving me a lot of time making clear ice. And let me just tell you folks that yes, ice is made of frozen water, but to get perfectly clear, perfectly cut ice consistently takes time. And if you work in a bar, time is money because you have to pay people. And let's just assume you're paying people London living wage and it takes them an hour to make like a few blocks of ice, right? It'd be cheaper to go with Ice Studio London, right? Does that look like a pitch? Looks like a pitch.
I try and grow my own ice at home, but it doesn't really work out very well.
Well, it works out well for me. I got a good system down. I also bought these guys towards the end of me doing it. Have you seen them?
Oh, does that
so
it
comes
like the half bit in the bottom?
Yeah. So like basically, it's you know, 4, but it's the same thing that I created years and years ago because there wasn't one of these around, and it comes in a foam case, like. Yeah, you fill those up, they freeze.
Doing it in a little freezer chest.
That's it. Yeah, but they just pop out. You got some cubes. Nowhere near as good as Ice Studio London ice, I have to say. So 1 part. We might need some more tonic water. 1 part of Drambuie. Now, for the kids at home that haven't tried Drambuie, and given that the ones I know on are Diogo, Daniel, and Joe, right, and Mitch, they all probably know as much as I do about Drambuie, so it's probably not that helpful for them, but I'm really thankful that you just agreed to work right up until the last minute and then be on the show, because it gave me something to talk about on the show, because I hadn't thought about it. I was busy building stuff. Right, let's have a look. Ooh. And then coffee on the top, right?
Well, so here's the deal: the coffee liqueur, by putting that in, it should probably just go straight down. If you are doing this with espresso, which is my ideal way to do it,
it does sit on top.
You have to do tonic first, then espresso last, because if you do espresso first and then tonic on top, you get like a volcano effect.
It's good, official. And it won't frothy McFroth face.
That is a bitter, not the most bitter Amaro I've ever had, but it's a bitter Amaro.
Oh, are you okay?
Bitter one a while ago in Italy.
Oh, you don't like bitter?
No, well, not like too bitter. That's the sort of stuff that
is that too bitter?
Really like pretends to like.
Mate, the guy that created it made his name from making bitters. Like, so to him, he's probably like, this is completely potable. Like, what? Oh, he's probably not saying it in that kind of voice.
It's like when someone gives someone something made with chilies, but they've been eating chilies their entire life. They're like, it's not that hot.
Oh, do you think it's that bitter?
I think it's pretty bitter.
God, scathing review,
in a
Adam,
nice way.
From the man that is Freddy May.
But dude, I've been drinking Drambuie so much. Sweet Drambuie.
You got a new level of sweet tooth. Right, bit of orange. Right, freshen it up. Add a bit of fruitiness for you, Freddy. Freddy's fat fruity drop. All right.
I find that full fat tonic works really well with it.
Yeah, I know.
The light
I know. But you know what? Oh no, this is normal full fat.
Yeah.
It looks like light because it has a silver bit at the top. Right.
Thank you very
Wait, wait, wait. How does this work? What does this look like? It looks like I have to reach a really far way, but I...
Cheers.
Oh, sorry. Slancha.
Slancha.
It's actually pretty tasty, man. Is that mixed up enough for you? I get a lot of coffee.
That's delicious.
Dude, that's actually really tasty. Right, isn't it great that there's someone else in here other than me? So when I say that's really tasty, like, you know, they can say, nah, or yeah, that's nice. I like having Freddy in the cabin. This is nice. So, Freddy, if we're going to achieve one thing before we got to go back to chopping stuff up and handling wood, what in the elevator pitch, what is Drambuie?
Drambuie is a Scotch whisky liqueur, and it's made with 4 ingredients: Scotch and honey and herbs and spices. It's 40% alcohol, and you can use it in lots of drinks. Bam!
Right. I hope everyone could hear that. Right. I hope that works. Hope the audio is good there. We can't monitor the audio. Like I've got headphones for monitoring the audio, right? And it's supposed to come through here. So, Breaker Alpha Tango Tango. You speak. Hold on.
1, 2, 2 pay. 1, 2 pay. 2, 3.
All right. Well,
Give me
my voice sounds much louder than yours. And this is working
Probably
now.
It's a good thing your voice is louder than mine.
What's that?
It's a good thing your voice is louder than mine.
Well, whatever. Yeah. So it was you just said Scotch and honey and heather and
Scotch
herbs.
and honey and herbs and spices. There's a bit more to it than that, but like that's the flavour profile. Of
What are the
Drambuie.
other bits? What are some of the botanicals?
So we have saffron. Spanish saffron is used in it as well. We use about half a kilo of saffron for each batch of Drambuie, which is about 30,000 litres, but still, it's quite a lot.
You're not doing
yeah.
small batches.
And we actually, damn, man, we actually use honey, like real honey, like actual heather honey. There is this monofloral variety of honey, and there's one producer we buy it from. You can actually get.
And they basically they're like the first. They've got like other people making it for them now, and they're retired based on this one order of honey. Are they making it for anyone else?
To be fair, though, we needed to order some more honey off of him a couple of years ago, a big batch, and he said, it's not that much. But the guy is a bit of honey info for you if anyone's in the Greek mythology and the classics. Yeah. So the guy we get honey from, the guy is called John Mellis. Well, technically it's his bees.
So if you do me a favour, look, see that's you. There you go.
Oh, shit, I was talking because they can't hear me in the mic.
Yeah, no, they can hear you. They got you now.
So, nice.
Yeah, well, it's all right. So if you want to talk to the people at home, it's that one. That one there. Yeah, can you see it? Right, and then this way a bit. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's hot. Right, so see that camera there? There's a lot of screens in here. So that screen there, look, see there? Look at that. That's you. Look.
Got this one.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Right? So tell Daniel.
This is why you don't work
Daniel
with children
Kaizen.
or brand ambassadors.
Right.
So, bit of mythology for everyone. The guy that makes the honey, or technically his bees do, is a guy called John Mellis. And Mellis, I don't know if this is just coincidence or not, but Mellis in Greek is a honeybee. And Melis in Greek mythology was the bee who, when Zeus was getting married to Hera, he went to every creature in the universe and he said, whoever brings me the best piece of food for my wedding, I will consider granting a wish to. And so Melis, the honeybee, turned up to Zeus with this little bit of nectar. And Melis said, listen up. And Zeus said, this is the absolute shin diggity. This is the barnacles. And Melis said, I'm glad you like it, Zeus. But the problem is, it takes me ages to get this honey. And everyone keeps stealing it from me. So then I have to go and make some more again. And so Melis said, well, listen, Zeus, would you just give me a sword so I can kill everyone that comes and eats my honey? I might be kind of screwing this up a little bit, but who knows? And Zeus said, well, how dare you? I said I might grant you a wish, but that's a bit ballsy. And so he said, here's what I'll do. Because it takes you ages to do it, I will make more of you, so there's more of you to collect the nectar to make honey. And I will give you a weapon, but if you ever use it, then it will kill you if you ever use it. So that's how the story about Melis, the honeybee, got her sting and how she got her hive. And then Zeus was like, because he's such a douchebag in mythology, he takes that little bit of honey and he puts it in a horn and he says, well, because I'm Zeus and the god of everything, this is my magic horn, and every time I drink from it, it will just refill with this honey that you took, you laboriously came up with. So,
wait,
have you heard of the horn?
Is it just honey or is it mead?
It's just honey
in his horn.
You could probably make it mead.
Mate, honestly, what these people with magical powers? Well, why make just honey if you can make mead?
Well, you could do whatever.
Skip the whole. Did. He's drinking horns full of honey.
But the point is, the story is that's where the horn of plenty comes from.
Yeah, I stopped buying it when he has this horn that just fills with pure honey. Like, have you ever tried to drink pure honey? We should try it on the show one time. How much honey is here? How much do you think you could drink? Could you have a glass of honey?
But you have to kind of get your tongue in a bit.
Wait.
And that doesn't look really good on the camera.
Oh no, it's not going to look great. I've got agave syrup, but I don't have honey.
Sorry for the long rubbish story.
No, the story was great. I think those stories were designed to like explain shit to kids.
Yeah.
Like, where did honey come from? Wow, there was Zeus.
I suppose some of them are like fables, except the problem is in Greek mythology there's a lot of incest, and that's kind of awkward.
Written into the stories?
Well, just in the actual, because it all starts from like the Earth, Mother Earth, Gaia, and the sort of cosmos, as it were. And then, but they have to do it, and then their kids have to do it, and they have to do it with their kids to make more gods. Do you know what I mean? More like titans and things like that. So it's all really incestuous, and it totally gets away from what we're supposed to be talking about, which is booze and drinks and stuff.
Gross. I never thought about it that way. You know what? I'm not into mythology really that much. Like, I bought God of War, but it just felt awkward to play because he kept shouting at his kid. I'm like, dude, that's your kid. You know, he's like this big. Stop shouting at him. And then I just didn't even get through the first bit.
I recommend actually reading. See, the only reason I'm talking about this is because I read Stephen, what's his name, book, Mythos. What's his name? Stephen, the guy that used to be on QI.
Stephen Fry?
That's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stephen Fry, Mythos. That book, that's really good.
Oh, so it's all about mythology. Yeah, and he just like breaks it down for you in
he breaks it down
in a kind of QI sort of way, so you can understand. Yeah, Stephen McFry. How did you say McFry? Stephen McFry. That's so funny. Right, so this has been the whole show, I think, just about. We already played Mitch's Minute. There was no real plan. We now know what Drambuie is. Dude, honestly, when you go to bars, though, like, how many people know Drambuie and know what to put it with? Because for me, I think I was born into a generation where Drambuie was like massive, right? And Diogo just commented and said that in Portugal, right, Drambuie's crazy in Portugal. My African and Cape Verde friends only drink it in clubs.
Oh yeah.
So how many nightclubs do you go out to?
I went to a mad club in Lisbon where it had on the screens, it had like all like champagne brands and stuff on the big screen behind the DJ, and then Drambuie. And I was like, what the hell is all this like flashing like Drambuie? It was all the old advert images of Drambuie and behind the DJ in this nightclub. And everyone was drinking it with like Sprite and something else. It was
Drambuie and Sprite.
Yeah.
That's gonna be sweet. But it was soda. Yeah, I guess if they're burning the energy off, it makes some sense. So how fun do you go to Lisbon and party in the clubs?
I used to go to Lisbon and party in the club. I only did it once. Like, I'll make it sound cooler. I'll make it sound cooler than I am.
Maybe you should go back to Lisbon, hang out in Lisbon. We can see Diogo.
Awesome. I'd love to.
We can hang out with him. Yeah. You know, bring a few, have like an on-trade, some sort of competition or something.
We can dream about
bring a couple of bartenders.
That's about it, though,
yeah, you can't do anything, can you?
We'll have a tour.
COVID's tough, isn't it? So how have you been? I opened with you've not been travelling much, but what have you been up to apart from? I know we've been working on the bothy together.
We do have a bothy together, and that is the one thing that we've been working on that is a good socially distancing appropriate like Drambuie event. It's not.
Yeah,
it's very advertising it.
It's difficult to keep it socially distanced.
So it is like a bothy that people, if you don't know what it is, it's a climber's hut in Scotland and some in Wales and north of England as well. That if you're a climber or an old shepherd, you would use these bothy huts to like have shelter in when you go around up in the mountains or whatever. But we wanted to get one on the Isle of Skye for Drambuie and do like host like dinner and cocktail events. but there weren't really any available, or that didn't have sheep already squatting in them.
And shitting in them.
Yeah, we thought we'll build one, and it turns out it's really freaking massive. If you were at London Cocktail Week, you probably would have seen the Drambuie bottle. And because we've got no budget with Drambuie, it means that really dangerous. So anyway, we found a place in the woods to have the bottle and things that like dining and drinking experiences. And if you can check it out, it's called Nomadic Experiences. If you just Google that, and they're the guys that are handling all the ticket sales for the Drambuie Sky Boffing. And so Dean and I, because again, like, got no money on Drambuie, and so I have to get Dean to help me build a toilet. We literally have to build the toilet.
We're building everything from scratch because it's just the materials cost less, unbelievably cheaper to build a really well built shed from proper materials. Yeah. We're going to do like cladding and stuff. It's going to be amazing.
Audio's gone totally crazy and then back to normal.
Oh, back to normal.
This is madness,
man. I don't know.
Just
it's not COVID. So that thing. I don't know why that gets pitchy. It sounds amazing when everything's normal. Then as soon as you press live, it goes pitchy. And then the little one there is what I usually use, but it's only got one channel.
No one can see. We're pointing at.
Yeah, no, you can see that. See now, this is messing up the whole dynamic. Having actually a person in here. Normally I'm like, all right, folks, we're going to do this cool thing, and I've got these videos lined up, and then a person sits in here, and I forget altogether that we're doing the show. Right, so, Freddy, is there anything here that you have not tasted as of yet? And we'll just do a little one, and then we'll go back to our work and start chopping stuff up, because I'd say we're still in a good stead to use power tools.
Right. Well, I think anything on the very far right. I would say your most expensive tequila, but that's a really douchey answer, isn't it?
Well, do you want my cheapest tequila?
I would, yeah, why not?
Check this out. This tequila is the cheapest tequila in the whole cabin. But the reason it's the cheapest tequila in the whole cabin is because, bam, 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 it doesn't exist. So this is Fortaleza.
Oh, so technically it could be the most expensive, but it's not for sale.
It's not for sale. See what I did there? So Fortaleza are releasing this soon, I think. But this was one of the sample batches that they did, and it's, from my understanding, 25% new limousine French oak añejo. Can't remember. I was pretty drunk. But Guillermo come here, partied, sabered a champagne bottle. I've got the video. If you want to see that video and you're still watching, I can't tell if people are still watching. Say stuff like, "I'd love to see that Guillermo video," and I'll show it in the next show. Right. So 25% French limousine oak, and then you know what? We might as well just finish this. I was saving it to have with Mitch, but I mean.
Can we just point out before you finish the show that all of the power tool usage has finished today? We've done all of the power tool chopping. We just need to screw together the bits of wood.
Yeah, we do actually. Oh, we've done all the cutting. Yeah, but a drill is still a power tool.
No more,
we just can't hurt ourselves with a drill. Right. So, can you see? Does that work? Here, I'll go in that way. You go that way. You go that way.
We got to work on that.
We need a better angle. We can zoom out on that one, but this is spectacular.
That is not like a massive vanilla bomb. That is a really soft, oaky tequila. Normally when it's been like añejo resting in wood, you just get smacks of vanilla, huh?
I could have been wrong about añejo. But it's 75% American oak, ex-bourbon cask, and then 25%, from what I understand, virgin limousine oak, like French limousine oak. And you know, I would assume that French oak has been like naturally split and air dried. So, how good is that? Also, apparently, if you're interested in the environment, agave is going to save the planet.
What is that?
Well, they found that scientists, that is, found that the way that agave plants and a few others convert like photosynthesis or whatever, convert air, and in fact the amount of water that they use, they're super sustainable. So they're great for the environment, but also as a food source, given the amount of water that they need and the amount of air that they purify.
Well, it's supposedly grown in a desert, not a cactus.
See, not a cactus. Right, so I think that was fun. Clearly, like, there's more structured episodes, I think, are a bit more entertaining and or educational for people. But look, you know, Daniel and Diogo are still on, and they're getting involved. Somehow I always knew I wouldn't get the juice. Mitch, mate, we've got to go to the source. You and I, as we discussed, are going to Mexico. That's like, that was meant to be what I was going to gift you as your best man's present, right? So it's still there. Like, we just need to push that button as soon as COVID finished. Because, you know, Mitch got his green card to travel outside the US, and then COVID hit. Like, literally, like, there you go, there's your green card, you're a citizen, like, you can travel, because he was waiting for the documents and stuff for like 2 years.
Meant like a green card to travel, like to literally to be able to go outside of the
right, he can leave the States. He could leave the States, but like, I mean, he was just worried about coming back in, right?
Yeah.
So being the good boy he is, he waited. And then they went, there's you're a citizen, you're a green card, whatever it is. Boom. Safe. You can travel. No worries about getting back in. COVID. Yeah. Right. So as soon as it's all done, we are hanging out and we're going to Mexico. Right. So outro. Thanks, Freddie.
Dean,
it's been fun.
Thanks so much.
Let's get back to work. It's been awesome.
Let's build a toilet.
Yeah, let's build a toilet. We're literally handling wood and dealing with shit, right? What can you do?
You ordered what?